Join the ride with this year's Fall Cab Cam. It's brought to you by Mason City Ford Chrysler, Mason City Red Power, MBT, Saragota County Farm Bureau, Hancock County Farm Bureau, and Farmers State Bank. And now let's head to the field for this episode of the Kiss Country Cab Cam.
So Jerry, we're out in the shop now, and you got a bunch of combines in here. I mean, because some of these guys might be done, not because they're broke down, they just had to go through
Right.
and service it for at the end of harvest. But what a great shop in here. And on the combines, we're going to show a couple of different spots. We got like the front of the combine, they call that the feeder house, and that's
Correct.
where either the corn head or the bean platform connects to the combine.
Yep,
So
that's where everything starts. That's where the whole harvest mechanism starts. You know, whether it be a bean head or a corn head, I mean, your crop is fed into the combine through that feeder house, and then from there it goes in through the cylinder, not the cylinder, but through the rotor, and that's where the threshing occurs, where it separates the grain from the chaff and all the other debris, and the grain drops down in the grain pan and across the sieves, and it gets clean, and a big burst of air will take and blow the chaff and the dust out. And all the bigger pieces get thrown out the back end of the rotor and then discharged out the back end of the combine.
And of course, the feeder house that we're looking at here, but then there's they call it the Draco head, which can actually it can fit on either any kind of really combine, really, can it?
Correct. Yep. Drago makes corn heads for any color machine. We're an exclusive dealer here in north central Iowa for Drago. We sell them not only for the red combines, but we sell them for the yellow, silver, and green ones too. You can see over in the corner over there, that's for a John Deere customer.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that Drago's a good head, made in Italy.
Yeah. Now tell people about the pointy things for some people. That like the people haven't grown up on the farm and some
the
of the
very
pieces,
front here.
Like in the Draco, there's they got
we call a divider, and then behind it is a piece they call the bonnet, and that's to help guide the corn up into the corn head, and as the corn goes through the head, you got stalk rolls in there that pulls that stalk down, and that ear of corn will hit what they call a deck plate, and of course now today. The majority of the corn heads are all going to be hydraulic adjustable, so you can adjust it to the width of that corn stalk. And so that way it's not, if the deck plates are too wide, that ear is going to go down through the rollers, and you're going to end up with quite a bit of what they call butt shelling, or you'll end up with a lot of kernels on the ground.
Right. And that auger down the middle, that drives it all to the
center,
the feeder house.
Right, and then it goes up through the feeder house and starts that threshing process.
Yeah, interesting. Mm-hmm. And then another part of the combine you don't see normally, because it's always covered up, is all the hydraulics.
Oh yeah, I mean you can see in that one there, there are miles of hydraulic lines and miles of electrical wire. It's amazing that the amount of sensors and controllers and the combination of the electric and the hydraulics and the mechanical aspects to keep these machines going. How one feeds the other,
and that's just one side of the combine. You got to see the other side, but it's just amazing. And so again, it's things that you don't see from the road or sitting in a farmyard or anything like that.
Right.
And lots of room in the cab now these days. Like I said, we want to jump outside the cab because we're always in the cab, but we never get to see what it actually looks like on the outside.
And what it boils down to for these guys, is efficiency. And that's the reason for all the sensors and the bells and the whistles, is to try to make them more efficient so they can harvest more in a day and get more bang for their buck, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, it's another episode of the Cab Cam. This one, like I said, we jumped out of the cab to go and see what it's like to get the service or the service department here at Mason City Red Power. And we thank you guys again for being a great sponsor of this year's Cab Cam.
Sure, and thank you, Jay, for coming out. I'm glad to have this opportunity to kind of maybe enlighten a few people and show them what's behind the scenes of the farming operations.
This year's Fall Cab Cam. It's brought to you by Mason City Ford Chrysler, Mason City Red Power, MBT, Saragota County Farm Bureau, Hancock County Farm Bureau, and Farmers State Bank.